So we're pretty much done in the Dark World. There's not really anything else in the way of items that we can get easily, without going way out of our way or, like, dipping dungeons a little bit. But what we can do... You know what? I'm actually going to stop by Link's house real quick, because I don't have any bombs. I have money and no bombs. And bombs are going to be super nice, because what we did get was the lamp. And though the lamp doesn't really help us that much, it gives us access to fire, though there aren't really any barriers in our way that we need fire for right now. It also lights dark rooms, which typically there aren't a lot of dark rooms that you really need lamp for. There aren't any dark rooms like barriering us right now, except for one. Death Mountain. We can actually go the vanilla Death Mountain access route. Which, kind of surprised to see vanilla Death Mountain access. Usually, with Death Mountain, you end up getting there some other way, with either the flute or via Super Metroid or something. So you end up getting to the top of Death Mountain first. So, not often do you just go in the front door. Now, if you do get Death Mountain access through Death Mountain, it's actually very helpful to come in here and get the Old Man, so you can save and quit in Link to the Past to get back to Death Mountain. That way you don't have to do something like go all the way through Super Metroid again just to get back to Death Mountain. We also don't have a sword, so it's kind of hard to do dark rooms, but what you do typically is swing your sword and hold it so you build up a charge. The little sparkles on the tip of your sword will give you some hint as to where your location is. So from entering here, coming from Death Mountain, you'll hold upper right and go until you hit this wall along the right edge of the screen. Then you'll hold upper left. I'm going to go around this path, though. Hold upper left until you get around that corner. Once you're around that corner, hit lower left. You'll go down this diagonal and hit a bump. Boop. Once you hit that bump, wait just a minute so you don't fall in that pit, and then hold left. Once you stop moving, hold upper left. And then once you stop moving, just hit left and you're through. Once you're through here, it should just be a quick in and out to grab the Old Man. Even though you can't see the Old Man, dark rooms are rough. And then once you are through here, getting back is the easy part, hold lower right until you can't move anymore, then hold right until you can't move anymore, and then hit lower left. And when you can't move anymore, just a quick down and you're out the door. If it's not obvious, there's kind of a lot of memorization that goes into the combo randomizer. You have to know a lot. Like, you have to know what the rooms look like. Even the dark, like, if you have to run a dark room, you have to know what that room looks like. So you can traverse it even if you can't see. Getting tired of these boulders. Getting real tired of these boulders. It's okay, if we can make it up, we should be fine. Because there's a couple items up here that we may or may not need. Depending on what the second one is, I may just hop down the pit anyway. Energy tank, which we don't have access to, but it's nice to know what is. And then checking in here is heart container, which I'll take. These 3 hearts is kind of rough, actually. So you can hop right down here, go on in. I don't actually know what's in any of the other caves around here. I know where every chest is in the game, where every item is in the game. I don't know what's in some of those other doors. Because you're so used to running very specific paths. Okay, give me the heart. Give me the heart. Alright. And then from here, there should be some fairies over here. You can also bomb jump to get back, but with so little health. Given that I have so little health, I'm also probably going to be playing it kind of safe in this room. Normally, I just eat a hit and just walk through, but whatever. Okay, now we're out the bottom, and I mentioned we have Death Mountain access. there's not a lot on Death Mountain unless you have the hook shot and the hammer. The hammer also requires the mirror. But we do have the hook shot, which means we have access to the entirety of Eastern Death Mountain. You can hook shot across the middle there if you move far enough to the right and kind of save yourself a little bit of walking. So you're aiming for this lower right door here. This room is called Paradox Cave because the exits don't really line up with the outside vertically. Like, this is kind of the lowest door, and I just dropped down a pit, and there's another door that takes me higher up. Okay, 50 rupees, 10 arrows, don't really care. Here's hoping the next room has something nice for me. Let's get back to hookshot. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, here's hoping for that progression. Give me something good. Give me something good. Be in a bottle, don't care. Energy tank, don't care. 5 bombs, don't care. Don't care, and don't care. Well, that's great for news for everyone. You can also get back by, you can bomb jump across, which is a little bit faster. But I don't actually know how to do that. Bomb jump, so we're not going to. I'm going the wrong way as well. No, I'm not. I'm going the right way. Yes. Yes. This is indeed the correct direction. Whoa. Okay, you cannot do that to them. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're just gonna have to go back down here. Out of the way of the dead rock. Go back in the first door. And this is where the bomb jump would have been helpful, because you just would have been right over here. So still a couple more things that we can check while we're over here. Specifically, we can get hit by that dead rock and then jump down here. Or there's this long passage called Spiral Cave. So, I don't know if anybody wants to go grab a coffee or something. We get to walk a long way. If you had the Pegasus boots, this would go a lot faster, but we don't. So here we are. Walking and walking and walking, and man, I'm lucky I killed that guy. Okay, there we go, we made it. So there's one chest here. Come on, man. Oh, yes! Morph Ball! Morph Ball! We have finally have some access to crap in Super Metroid. Take that bomb. And with that, there's actually very little else we can do right now, because I could get to Hera. You know what I didn't do? Didn't check the map. So that is, Hera is Crystal, Eastern is Crystal, and Desert is Pendant. I cannot clear Hera right now. No, I could hammer. I could hammer him. It's gonna be a rough time, though. You know, maybe it'd be best to do while I'm here anyway, though. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good old grand old time. Because we're gonna walk all the way up here to Hera. And we're gonna try to beat it. Oh yeah, you couldn't have given me those bombs earlier. When I'm walking around the whole friggin' map. Admittedly, I'm looking at Moldorm with Hammer and 4 hearts. I have the blue tunic, but Hammer and 4 hearts, not a good time. 3 hearts. Yeah, so, not feeling this one, but I'm in the area. So, do what we can. Nothing else we can check around here. We can't get the item on Spectral Rock. Now, because of lamp, we do have fire. So if you hit that switch, you can just kind of walk down here and get this item. It's the map, I don't care. I need to hit that switch because I don't have a means of hitting the switch here. So I have to go back down. I'm used to having boomerang or something by the time you get here. Any boomerang. One of the two. There's 2 of them. So that's map. We don't care. Let me actually tick that one off. So we got map. So there are 2 useful items in this dungeon. There's the small key, which we need to access the basement. Now, we could have gotten either the big key or the small key there. If we got the big key, we could not actually go down here. And time for a coffee break. And just kind of chill here for a little while. So if you got the big key out of that middle chest, then that means the small key was hidden somewhere higher up in the dungeon. And you could use the big key to progress forward in the dungeon. And you just have to come back for the basement. But we got the small key, which means we have to go through this wait in order to get the big key. Like, the big key is guaranteed going to be in the next chest. Which does require fire as well. So come down here without fire. So there's a chance you can get through Tower of Hera without fire. And there's the big key. By the mirror, I could just mirror out, but I don't. Have to do that to lower these. Then I think we have to hit it again to raise them back up. So we can get out. Wait, no, orange is already down. I can just go straight over this way. Gotta get your hammer out because you gotta kill some guys in the next room. Hammer, as I mentioned before, is awkward, but powerful. It's equivalent to tempered sword damage. Strangely, so are pots. There's the big key usage. There's a fairly easy way to get through this room if you go under that and you just walk straight. I'm actually going to hit that switch to help us out later. Red tunic is nice. I'll take it. Red tunic was one of 2 useful items. So all that's left is the boss in the big chest. Which was a super missile. So that's the second useful item. The boss is going to have, like, the mirror or something we don't care about. I'm in a tight spot. Normally you have dash boots or something so you can get back across real easy. You can also bomb jump to get back over. I don't know how to do that bomb jump either. There's only like 1 bomb jump in this game that I actually know how to do. Grabbing 1 heart because this is going to be fun. Moldorm with hammer is honestly not something I've done before. So it should take 3 hammers, I think. Don't knock me off. Don't you dare knock me off. Yeah! 3 hammer Moldorm. And it's a full clear dungeon and the item. There's our crystal, so that is Moldorm dead. We got the item, and we got a crystal. I don't remember what crystal it was. We'll see, I guess, when we get back up. So we can look at this. It was crystal number 1, so we have crystal number 1. Otherwise, we're done up here on Death Mountain. So our goal from here is Super Metroid. I could go a couple places in Super Metroid. We have a lot of freedom in Super Metroid. We have Gravity and Varia, and Morph Ball, which I forgot to tick off. That gives us access to almost everything. Honest to goodness, that's almost everything. We need some method of getting height, which you can kind of do. You always have to turn on plasma because, like, spacer shenanigans. We even have 15 power bombs. The world is our oyster. I don't need it. So a method of getting height would be nice. So even high jump boots would be nice. Man, my hands are still cold. Also used to having high jump. Yeah, more beams would be nice. Like, there's a lot of nice things I could get. But I don't actually need any of them. Oh, by the way, Torzo in that room, he only wakes up if you have regular super missile bombs, or super Metroid bombs, which we do not. Okay, so my hands are cold, but I'm still gonna try Alcatraz Escape. Just a fun trick you can do to try to get out of here. It gets you out a little bit faster than having to bomb the left side. It's a little bit faster than having to bomb the left side. Or bomb the right side. And it also points you in this direction if you're going back this way faster. So this is the back end of a place called Gauntlet. I'm going up here because you can check real quick what's up there. So we see Cape. Cape would be nice to have. So I'll keep that in mind, I guess. I was trying to do a horizontal shine spark. I'm so bad at those. Come on, Sam, let's go down the thing. So since we're almost Go Mode Super Metroid now, to be blunt, I don't really need to check a lot of things in here, but I'm still going to. Messed up. I'm gonna do the Mach Ball here. I don't need to because I have Speed Booster, but it'll be nice to show off that you can do it. Mach Ball. Dang it. I will take that though. So Mach Ball is a trick that you can do that's. It effectively gives you running speed while you're morphed, and it involves doing a running jump and then morphing kind of the frame before you hit the ground. My hands are very cold. Why can't I do this? Like, your hands are cold, you lose dexterity, so doing a lot of, like, finessey moves like this become immediately way harder than they have any right to be. There we go. And that gets you through there, even if you don't have a Speed Booster. So this is a place you can kind of just always go. Ice Rod? I don't think Ice Rod is actually... No, Ice Rod is not required, so... Nice to have, I guess, but not necessary by any stretch of the imagination. Now a sword, on the other hand. I'm glad I came, if only for the sword. Like I said, we're almost Go Mode Super Metroid, but we are pretty far from Go Mode in Link to the Past. So, and there's a lot of items here. If those guys latch onto you, select Missile, aim straight up, and shoot, and that'll take them out. Bow! Okay, so this was straight up required. Don't care about 20 bucks. So bow is necessary. Bow is 100% necessary in order to beat Super Metroid. So this room is kind of a pain to get through. The best advice I have is mostly just go. Just don't worry about it. If a guy latches onto you, just stop and shoot. Just missile everything. So the Anacoons here teach you how to wall jump. Now you can mock ball out of this room. And it saves you a little bit of trouble. Yeah, I got it. If you don't mock ball out of that room, you fall back down the pit, and you just have to wall jump back up again.